All right, guys, it's Jahlon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and we got our question and answers article from Intrepid Studios today about next week's Ashes of Creation Apocalypse Battle Royale testing. Unfortunately, it seems to have led to a lot more questions than it did answers, mainly because people saw this in the article today, and they saw a joining of the two towers. They saw a joining of Apocalypse and Steam. We're going to get into that in just a little bit, but I am going to tell you guys that this article today and then Steven's behavior on the Discord afterwards really gives me some serious concerns. To let you guys know how serious my concerns are and why I'm doing this video right now, I had oral surgery today. I feel like garbage, but I got up out of my bed, I came to my computer. I want to talk about the important stuff. So first and foremost, I want to give you the facts. APOC testing is going to be on the 20th of August from 1100 to 2300 Pacific. This is going to include solo and squad modes. I'm a little bit concerned that there's no duo modes yet. The game has been down for 6 months. Never really had reliable duo modes. We still don't have them. What we were told is we're going to be testing on 3 sets of servers. North American East, Europe Central, and Asia server in Singapore is going to be open. Now, I know the Oceanic people are going to say, well, what about us? No answer for you there. Do know that Asia going to have a server in Singapore. Didn't hear about an Oceanic zone. For those of you that don't understand why that's a big deal, check out a world map. Testing is going to be available to all registered users. You are going to be able to patch from the website, and that should be available on 19 August at 2 o'clock, 1400 Pacific time. Now, you'll notice in the article, if you check that out, and I definitely recommend that you do that. I have a link to it in the description below. Remove your old Apocalypse launcher. You cannot patch from that. You got to do a clean install. You may run into some problems getting all of the old Intrepid stuff off your computer. If you do have that, say something in the questions below or the comments below, and I will try to help you the best I can. Now, I want people to realize all your previous rewards are kept. So people like me who hit level 50, you have all of your rewards. All of your previous progress is lost. It's reset. So if you were level 45, you still have the level 45 rewards, but you're going to be starting over from level 1. Now, this test session next week is not season 1. This is a testing session. You'll be making your progress, your actual progress towards cosmetics in future tests. So big takeaway from that is no progress from this test carries over. They're going to be testing to make sure that the path works right. Think that's a smart idea. Really hoping to make sure that that works properly and that all the quests work again. Otherwise, we're going to be doing a different video with a different topic. Now, to get into the controversial part, you see that it says Ashes Apocalypse and Steam. Now, this is really the first time that I feel like I'm going to be going after Intrepid, and I'm saying that up front because you're going to see me piece together some stuff. I do want to say it's now available on Steam. You will not need to download it via Steam. You'll be able to get it directly from the website. So still holding true to what they said. But this is an interesting development, and this is my cause for concern. And my concern is that in today's letter, it says, currently we do not have plans to support Steam as a platform for the Ashes of Creation MMORPG. Now, you guys know I don't mix any words. I don't care about being polite. I don't care about political correctness. Political correctness gets you bullshit answers. So I went to Toast. And I'm going to say, I sent this one to Toast because I feel I get better answers from Toast than I get from anybody else. What's with the wishy-washy verbiage about Steam for the MMORPG in the article? Why is it wishy-washy? I'm going to show you in a minute. They have said repeatedly, will not be on Steam. Steven jumped in. The language is not intended to be wishy-washy, so to speak, and I hate when people put quotes, because then that's marketing speak right there. You put what I said in quotes so you can say, well, what I thought was, so to speak, but more accurately gives you insight to the current plans. This was a huge misstep. Sorry, because insight to the current plans. You just said more accurately gives you insight into the current plans, but you don't have a plan to support Steam as a platform, the Ashes of Creation MMORPG. Why does this matter? I'll tell you why. Ashes of Creation is a project based on trust. Even though Steven has said he's putting in 30, even up to $40 million out of pocket for the project, You have to trust that there's $30 to $40 million on the project. I mean, if you look at the Forbes article about Robert Space Industries and Star Citizen, hundreds of millions of dollars raised. They talk about having 17 million in the bank at one point. You have to trust that Intrepid's going to self-publish. You're going to trust that there's no pay to win. You're going to trust that they can deliver and they're not just selling monthly concept art. You have to trust that the MMORPG won't be on Steam. Trust, trust, trust. Now here's the problem with trust. When you break it and you have something like you trusted that they were going to self-publish, well, now you have a problem. Now, I don't want to spend too long going down memory lane, but I gotta, for those of you that are new to the situation, new to the community, new to me, I have to lay out my argument a little bit. So, self-publishing. One day it was self-publishing. Well, it wasn't just one day. It was 2017. We are self-publishing. That's a pretty definitive statement. We are self-publishing. You'll notice that we are planning on self-publishing. We intend to self-publish. And then a little while later, and by a little while later, I mean like a year later, you'll notice that in April of 2018, our first choice is to self-publish in all territories. Now, you've backpedaled a whole lot here because you've gone from a very definitive, we are self-publishing, to our first choices to. This is word speak. So calm down, so calm the publisher concerns, because I think we'll be fine. You can pull off a calm down statement in 2018 when people still trust you. However, the problem comes in, then it was like the next day, we'd like to introduce you to our EU CIS publishers. And there was a really big step missing, and this was announcing that you were no longer self-publishing. One announcement would have changed everything for the community. Now, I don't want to go too far into this. Up there in the corner, I'm linking a video. That one is back last year with the my.com concerns. But the step they missed, and I've said this numerous times, they could have said, in between, we're self-publishing and here's your new publisher. We've exhausted all possibilities and we've discovered we can't self-publish. I know you couldn't talk about anything else before the contracts were signed, but to say that you wouldn't be able to disclose you were soliciting publishers, you didn't even have to say you were soliciting publishers. Hey guys, we've realized it's a legal impossibility for Intrepid Studios to self-publish in Europe. Now, moving on. Big thing that everyone's going to say, well, it doesn't matter who the publisher is because Intrepid's going to retain all creative control. Okay. Intrepid will retain all creative control. During this, Steven jumped onto Discord, and I've said numerous times, it's cool that he comes onto Discord to talk to people about what he's having for breakfast, his dog's names, his D&D campaigns on the weekends, but he's really not good at jumping into voice chat and giving answers that don't raise more questions. What will happen to your NA stuff when you migrate to EU and vice versa? It will move with you. The only thing that won't move over to a different publisher would be if there were region-specific marketplace purchases or event rewards cosmetics. Stop. Region-specific marketplace purchases. Gonna have to look into this one, because why are there going to be region-specific? Notice I used quotes now. Why are there going to be region-specific things? That you need to really, Margaret needs to full stop whatever she's doing, jump on this one and clarify. Are they talking about American holiday versus other holidays? What are you talking? What are we talking about now? What does region-specific marketplace purchases mean? Because we need to know. So that brings me over to, hey, you wanted me to trust you that you were going to self-publish, and now you're not. Now you want me to trust that the MMORPG won't be on Steam. Okay. This is all the way back in February, and you can search the official Discord for this. I asked numerous times. Yesterday, while going over all the legalese stuff, I'm one of those crazy people. I read terms of services and end user license agreements. I found that Valve Steam is listed in your list of third-party providers that you may or may not share data with. Is this because you are using Steamworks in the APOC mode? If you went into your APOC folder, you would find Steamworks in there. I assume that is the answer, and you still have no intention of putting Ashes of Creation on Steam. At Steven. There was some consideration for APOC on Steam, but correct. That the MMORPG will not be on Steam. Now you'll notice the past tense use of there was some consideration. Hey guys, thinking about maybe putting it on Steam. Nah, let's not do that. Let's self-publish. Let's do this. Now go all the way back, guys. Go all the way back, and there is a link that I have to the money discussion that I did with Steven in 2018, December 2018. Why is the Battle Royale, why is APOC monetized? Well, if you're monetizing it in order to pay for the servers, and you're only monetizing it to pay for the servers, then what sense does it make to put it on Steam where they're going to take 30% plus the 5% you owe to Unreal because you use the Unreal Engine? I don't understand. Maybe there's an explanation, maybe there's not. But more and more, I have to say, I don't know what to think. But I'm running out of things to say to people when they say Intrepid's trying to jump in and cash in on the BR train. I really need something solid from Intrepid now, because putting your standalone testing ground that's not a game, we only made it a standalone product in order to separate it from the MMORPG so people weren't confused, and I did that in a couple of videos past. So now, I thought Steam was for publishing games. Why are you putting your standalone testing ground on Steam? Okay, let's move on. I said outright today, could have said that back in February, that it was going on Steam. And Steven told me, no, that's correct. We didn't know in Feb that we were going to have APOC on Steam, so we couldn't have said that. In February, you said it was considered, past test, not past tense, not considering, not thinking, not planning, not whatever, not developing for, not specifically using Steamworks so it can go on Steam. Can I ask then what between February and now, when between February and now the decision was made to go on Steam? Help to shape the recap a bit. I'm doing the recap now, and if you guys remember, I beat up on Intrepid all the time because their shit doesn't line up. So when exactly between February and now was the decision made to go to Steam? I guess we're going to wait. There was some consideration. Why not just say there's a possibility that APOC will end up on Steam? Why not just say, instead of there was some consideration for APOC on Steam, there's a possibility that APOC will end up on Steam? Why? I thought in February we were still being transparent. I'm pretty sure the creative director's letter that stopped transparency came out in March. So that doesn't seem very transparent. Even going to point out that like I told you, I pinged Margaret, I pinged Toast. So I have a question. If Ashes of Creation is never going to be on Valve Steam, why does the Ashes of Creation include Valve Steam privacy policy in their list of third-party processors? Margaret says, I don't think we've ever stated we're never going to Valve Steam. I do think it's unfair of me to grab a soundbite from somebody who'd only been at the company about 6 weeks, but, you know, sometimes you ask the right person the right question and you get some insight. So, you know, gonna have to wait for that answer. Is really what that boils down to. Now, this is another one. I'm really getting tired of the marketing song and dance because I'm better at it. I'm just simply better at the marketing song and dance thing. True, sometimes things can change. It is at the start of every content creator's video and our stream. Things are still in development or subject to change. This is true. I say it all the time. Ashes of Creation is a game in development. Things are subject to change. However, back in 2017, that is still being discussed. However, it is likely that our own launcher and not on Steam. Now notice the date. That is April 18th, 2017. A couple of days later, very definitively, AOC will not be on Steam. May. Not sure where that is from, but we will not be on Steam. These are not, you know, wishy-washy statements. These are definitives. We will not be on Steam. Not sure where this is from. So say that in today's letter. Instead of that, currently there are no plans, just say no. While we are putting Ashes of Creation Apocalypse on Steam, we are not putting the MMORPG on Steam. Unless it's because you don't want to, like, torque off Steam and maybe you're dangling a carrot. I don't know. But why is the community being told one thing and then another thing? Back in 2017, one of the users at the top, well, we will see, LOL. Right there. Hey, that's a valid statement. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if you put it on Steam. Steven actually comes out right. Technically, we won't see, since Ashes won't be on Steam. You've basically taken a member of your community and you've said, no, you're wrong. It's not going to be on Steam. And then a couple of years later, True, sometimes things can change. It's at the start of every... Okay, well, what do you want from people now? What do you want people to believe? So which is it? Definitive answer in 2017? Subject to change in 2019? Is this a problem with transparency? No, I don't think so. There's some things that you stick to, some things that you're fluid with. There's been an awful lot of things changing lately from very definitives to more fluids. Steven said today, currently there's no plan for the MMORPG to be on Steam. Well, I'm going to liken this to, there is no plan for me to be at Disney World next year. I don't have plane tickets. I don't have room reservations. I don't have an itinerary. I don't have dates. But I'll tell you right now, I'm going to be at Disney World next year for my daughter's graduation. So I don't have a plan. There's no plan for the MMORPG to be on Steam. No, there's no plan. There's no formal plan of action. There's nothing in a binder. There's no smart book. There's no timeline to put it on Steam. It's just an idea. It's being floated around with some seriousness. Sort of like a monetized Alpha 1 Phase 1 standalone game. I mean testing ground with its own monetization and its own marketing platform. You know? Because we've never experienced that before with Intrepid Studios. So why does it matter? If you can, you know, if you can do some stuff over the 2-year course of your history, change your self-publishing to a notorious publisher, and I have no problem calling My.com a notorious publisher. If you have a My.com game installed, you'll know that peer-to-peer sharing can be throttled. It cannot be turned off. You can change your stance on Steam. You can not provide a solid answer about the MMORPG. The same answer that you've already given in the past, and now you do that first step to changing your answer. This is called building in a safety net. I'm going to go from a definitive answer to a quibble answer so I can change it later. And then instead of pointing back to the original answer, I'm going to point back to my quibble answer. We didn't have a plan for putting it on Steam, but that's the direction we had to go. Then how do we as the community know that you're not going to change your stance on the biggest thing that brought everybody to Ashes of Creation, and that's on pay to win? You're asking for people to trust you. You really need to stop, knocking down the dominoes, knocking out the foundation from underneath you, because we have no way to know what's going to change in the future. With that said, guys, I am Jahlon. I am from the Paradox Gaming Network. I am Jahlon, #0001 on Discord. You can get me privately. You can get me on the official Discord. I don't have a set schedule for streaming right now. I am hoping to get back to streaming now that all this dental work got done today, and hopefully my migraines stop. I am going to shill myself. I am the infamous Prophet Jahlon Snow. There's my referral code. If you're brand new to Ashes of Creation, sign up, get an account. Links down below. Referral code. I give all my money back to people. I did just close out a giveaway, and that's thanks in part to my sponsors. I'm keeping some of my sponsors up there. They were with me for years with ArcAge. It's a tough economy. I know some sponsors have pulled their backing. I don't cover ArcAge anymore, so big thanks to all the people who stick with me. Hopefully, guys, I'm going to be digging into a couple other things that we've been getting from the Discord. I know Steven's probably not going to like me. I know Margaret's really probably going to hate me. But I think we're due some answers. We're due some answers about North American versus European versus CIS versus Oceanic accounts. What's with this migration stuff? Why do we have regional specific marketplace items? So hopefully a day or two I'm going to be feeling better, and I'm going to really start, diving in. That's what you guys pay me for. You guys hit like, you hit subscribe, you follow me on Twitch, you follow me here, you join my Discord. You guys want me asking the hard questions. That's my job. Anyways, I want to put this into post-production so I can go back to bed. You guys take care, and hopefully you'll see me next week playing some Battle Royale and you can kill the infamous Jahlon. Take care. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? This video's up here to watch. You gotta go over here. Hit the chibi, subscribe to the channel, check out the webpage, and I'll see you guys on Twitch.